4 persons killed and at least 14 others injured after unidentified armed miscreants opened fire at Lilong Qingjao in Thoubal district on New Year's Day. Proscribed Revolutionary People's Front RPF clarifies firing at Lilong Qingjao retaliatory as RPF cadres were attacked. RPF expressed heartfelt condolence to victims of Lilong Qingjao incidents. 5 personnel of Manipur Police Special Commando Unit and 3 BSF Jawans injured in fresh gunfight with armed miscreants at Indo-Myanmar border town Moreh. Security lifted up. Chief Minister Nongtombam Birane says involvement of Myanmar-based militants in Moreh attack likely. State government in touch with Centre for necessary investigation. Intense search operation underway. Chief Minister Nongtombam Birane says if Centre reimpose a FASPA in view of repeated disturbance created by various elements, lawbreakers should be held responsible. And man allegedly beaten to death by miscreants claiming to be members of Arambai Tengol in Kakching district. 12 suspected arrested. Hello and welcome to Impact News. I'm watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now the news in details. 4 persons were killed and at least 14 others sustained injuries after unidentified armed miscreants opened fire at Lilong Qingjao in Thoubal district on New Year's Day. The incident took place at around 7 p.m. when unidentified miscreants who reportedly came on 4 gypsy vehicles opened fire for reasons yet to be ascertained. The 4 deceased persons are 55-year-old Makak Mayum Sirajuddin from Lilong Nungai Ching, 25-year-old Hushand Makak Mayum from Lilong Qingjao, 35-year-old Makak Mayum Apikpa alias, and Muhammad Dawood from Sangayunfam. 3 of them died on the spot and 1 succumbed to injuries at Noor Hospital in Lilong. 8 injured persons were immediately rushed to Noor Hospital, then another 6 to Amina Hospital in Lilong. Later, some of the injured persons were referred to Raj Medicity. Commotion followed the firing incident. Arid locals erupted into agitation and torched down the 4 gypsy vehicles which the miscreants reportedly came driving. However, the armed miscreants managed to escape. State police and CRPF personnel immediately sprung into actions and beefed up security in the area to prevent further escalation of violence. Chief Minister Nongtombam Birane, Lilong MLA Ketrigao MLA, along with leaders of various civil society organizations, appealed for peace and calmness while assuring for action against the perpetrators.
Manipur ki miyam maroina tampakta leibiriba ichilnausing aduga Lilonggi praja punamakta ina khunolga apel tawjari madudi hujik thoiba thodok yamna nuaitaba marale jidaba misam singda khut tharamba masisi ekhoi taraine lobde athuba matamda khudakta ekhoi hujik police mayamna koitan tanaraga makhoi marale basing pharaga athuba matamda ain gi oiba charak pinanba tawgani aduna yaringai Praja Punamana, Laibaki, Toiba, Toxi, and Viraga, Makatana, Choba, Irang, Toktanaba, Marale, wishing to Pab the Sakabu Mating Pangbu, I will Mating Pangbu, Haganai, Maroinari, Longi Praja, Ipaipal, Imai Wilsinga, I couldn't on Jaragai, Apple Tokjari, when a high Marale, Mioshing, Tumatam, Napoina Sangero, Natragana, Matata, Sakarna, Matik Savas, Upsawa, Excelor Pomatamda, Napoina Maduaro, the
Manipur ki praja khudimak maruina maitai pangan chinnaw singda aigi maikeda ge ngasi pamdaba tabada thongoi sokna nungaitaba phawba dunglaba Lilong gi thodok misimina asogapan kayama yauriba sunglaba thodok ase aigi maikeda ge ai strongest town da condemn tori khoi rumors kayama sandurakliba ase tingna bo honamina sim de rumors ta thajaroi si asawna mang ꯊꯍꯜꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯋꯥꯈꯜ ꯐꯥꯊꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯁꯕꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯣ ꯑꯦꯟꯐꯣꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯦꯖꯦꯟꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯧꯕ ꯆꯞ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯔꯥꯟ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯐꯥꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯃꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯁꯪꯗꯥꯡꯅꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯇꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯊꯣꯔꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯥ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯥꯏꯟ ꯂꯣ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨ ꯆꯞ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯣꯅꯔꯦꯕꯜ ꯆꯤꯐ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯈꯔ ꯊꯝꯈꯤ ꯑꯣꯅꯔꯦꯕꯜ ꯆꯤꯐ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯅꯁꯨ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯊꯤꯒꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯤ ꯍꯥꯠꯄꯗ ꯆꯦꯟꯅꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯑꯥꯏꯟꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯗꯟꯗꯤ ꯄꯤꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯊꯥꯖꯕ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯈꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯖꯔꯕ ꯂꯤꯂꯣꯡꯒꯤ प्रजा ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ प्रजा इचिन इनाउसिंग मैतै अमसुंग मरुओइना मैतै पांगलसिंगी मरक्ता तोंगानबा अरानबा प्रोपेगेंडा तौदुना मसी कांगलुप अनिगी ओइबा वाखललोल ओना दैनना सागतपिदनबा ऐ मणिपुरगी प्रजा पुनमक्ता कोकनो नैकाय खुमनजबगा लोइनना मियामदा सलांगा लोइनना अपील तौजरी
आइगी माइकाइदा उचिकी थोकबा तौदुना मरम ओइदना ऐगी पुंसी पिखुमनखबा ऐगी नुसिरबा मैतै पांगलगी ऐगी इस्नाउसिंग मुझे नुआइतबा इमुंग मनुंगी नुआइतबसु कोकोमिना नुआइतबसु फोंदोक्चरी सरुजाजरी दुगा थोदोसिग मरि लेना अखोइना मसक खंगिबो चिति कना कना ओइबदु मोइ बोगिमा अगी माइकेटी तबुन तबुसुना हाइबो कुनि तौजरा कांदा हाइरिबो थोदोक्सिना मरम ओइदना उक्सी चानन मतम कागी ममांगदि लेमिनेग्लिबो मैतै मसुक मैतै पंगल अनिगी मरक्का नुआइतबा थोदोक थोहनदननबा कना कना बु कुंबा खरना की तोंगा संदोक्पि संदोक्पिदननबा हाइबो वाफुमसु कोकोमिगी माइकेदी फुंजरी
मसिदा दायित्व लेरिबा मियोइसिंग असे मसि इरेचा पुनमकना इचा मिचा योंगदै मेलै नाइदना अखोइ चपचाबा अदुम थबकसिंग अदो तौसि मरालगी मतुंगिना चपचाबा अदुम दंदी पिसे अदुगा सिगोम थबकसिंग असे मसि अमुहन्ना मतुंदा तौबा यादे हाइबा अदुम चपचाबा परामा अखोइ खंहनसि हाइबा वाफमसि थामजगे लोइनना अखोइ मियामगी मरक्ता थौदोकसिना मरम ओइरगा भाव तानदबा अदुगा अखोइ वाखल तानदबा लाइबक थीबा अतोपा ओहेनिंदबा थौदोकसिंग ओयक्तननबगिदमक्ता अखोइ पुनमक्ना अखोइ मदुगी थौरांदुमदि लौमिनसि हाइबा वाफमसि थामजगे
Proscribed Revolutionary People's Front (RPF) clarifies about last evening's firing incident at Lilong. Press note signed by Assistant Publicity of RPF Bunkim says around 8 p.m. yesterday, they tried to capture a notorious drug lord Mohammed Hassan from Lilong, Qinghai, who has been warned earlier by the outfit. However, locals stopped them and tried to snatch away their weapons. The press note says the RPF cadres tried to disperse the crowd by opening blank fires in the area, but they could not be contained. Hence, the RPF cadres left the captured men and tried to flee, but they were fired upon and they resorted to fire in retaliation. RPF expressed heartfelt sorrow for the demise of 4 persons and injured upon others in the incident. The outfit says it is initiating an inquiry into the incident. In a separate press release, Hangam Thabi Youth Club also condemned the Lilong firing incident and demanded punishment for the culprits. Salai Kanbalub also urged government to book and initiate legal actions against the culprits. Lamyanba Irawat Memorial Integrated Trust Limit Manipur condemns the Lilong firing incident, which claimed 4 lives and incurred at least 14 people. Like-minded political parties of Manipur, including the Congress Party, expressed sadness over the Lilong Qinghai incidents and appealed to the public not to add communal tints to the incident. Speaking to media at Congress Bhavan in Birthi Kendrajit Road today, Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC President K. Megha Chandra urged the ruling government to book the perpetrators and take actions against them at the earliest. He lamented that violence incident occurred on New Year's Day. He asked how long the government is going to watch the unstable law and order situation in the state. Speaking to media at JDU, Manipur spokesperson Dr. K.H. Loken condemned both state and central government for failing to take concrete measures to end Manipur crisis, while CPI Manipur spokesperson L. Sotin Kumar accused the BJP government of bringing plights to people due to its inefficient governance, stating that the 10 like-minded political parties are resolute to ensure that BJP never come back to power again. He appealed for public support in dethroning the BJP government.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯑꯟꯔꯦꯁ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯐ ꯀꯦꯝꯞꯇ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩ ꯀꯥꯞꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯕꯣꯝ ꯇꯣꯞ ꯀꯥꯞꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯇꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯛꯂꯦꯞ ꯂꯦꯞꯇꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯈꯟꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯦꯞꯇꯅ ꯊꯣꯛꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯧꯔꯝꯁꯦ ꯂꯣ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯔꯗꯔꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯥꯊꯤꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯗꯕ ꯍꯪꯒꯗꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯀꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯄꯤꯔꯤꯕꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯅ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ.
Co-convener of Forum for Restoration of Peace and advisor of United Meitei Pangal Council UMPC, Islam Makakcha urged people not to spread any false information on social media platforms regarding the firing incident at Lilong Qingjau, as it could lead to misunderstanding among communities. Speaking to media at Lilong Kaithil today, Islam Makakcha says it is important to find out the truth before putting the blame on any groups. He also appealed for support to subsequent steps taken by the Joint Action Committee formed in connection with the incident. Once a truth comes out in the open, he maintained that it would be wrong to implicate the incident as clash between two communities and it would disrupt the ongoing efforts of restoring normalcy in the state.
थोकलिबा थोदोगसे कम्युनिटी अनि की मरकता थोकप नते कनागुंबा मखोय खरगी नंगा निंगाय संदानबा हाइगद्रा करिनो अपेन पेन द खरदगी तौखिबनी अदुबु तसेंगना मियामना उरिबदी आरपीएफ पीएलएना अरामबाई सारगा सिगुंलबा थबकसे तौरंबदगी थोखिबनी हाइदना मियामना उनरिबसे मसी असेंगबा अचुंबा खंगलबा मतुंगदा कोई हाइसी खंगद्रिङैदा कोई पंगाङागा पंगाय हाइरगा मी अमदा ब्लेम तौनरगा कम्युनिटी अनि की मरकता थोपगुमना तौबसे मसिनतंग तोकपीरो हाइबसे अखोय मियाम फमदा अपील तौजरी.
Taking part in the press meet, President of Federation of Civil Societies Organization Kanglei Park Fox, T.H. Manihar, appealed for concreted efforts to avert similar unfortunate incidents. He also appealed to stop spreading false information which could mislead the Lilong incident as communal. Manihar lauded Chief Minister for assuring to take actions against the perpetrators and to take care of those injured. He urged the governments to consider the demand placed by the Joint Action Committee. Manihar also urged the government to lift the curfew imposed in valley areas in order to restore normalcy. He maintained that Fox will also make every possible efforts to stop such unfortunate incidents.
ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯆꯥ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯛꯇ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯜ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯦꯖꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯃꯤꯄꯨꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯅ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯖꯤꯑꯦꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯥꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇꯁꯨ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀꯁꯨ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯔꯤꯄꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯕꯗ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯃꯥꯡꯍꯟꯗꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯊꯨꯡꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯁꯣꯛ ꯑꯄꯟꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ सिगी नाबसिंग सिगी कंपेंसेशन खंगे अमा खंगे पिबदु मणिपुर गवर्नमेंट तानरगा तौबियो अन्दुगा लोइनाना हजिक चथोक चसिनदा अपनबो एरिबा कोइगी कर्फ्यू इंपोज तौरिबसे असी अथुबा मतमदा लौथोपियो हजिक मणिपुरदा करिगुंबा ग्रुप अमतगी टेंशन लेते इंफान एरिया जदा हाइबा मफमसे थमजगे.
Peace Committee Wangkai Kendra also appealed to refrain from the painting communal color to Lilong Qingjau incident as it was not a clash between two communities. Speaking to media at Citizens Club in Wangkai Kunau today, President of Meitei Pangal Council Hazia Rafat termed the incident as unfortunate and demanded punishment for the perpetrators. He urged local clubs and organizations to stop any false information which could create enmity between Meitei and Meitei Pangal communities. He added that Meitei and Meitei Pangal community shared blood ties and these two communities must stand united against the challenges on the territorial integrity of Manipur.
खागेंबा इनिंग थौगी मतमदगी मणिपुर की पांगल मैतै पांगल से यामना पुक्चेन चाउना कोई नुक्सिनना इ मरी इमा मरी होइना लाकपनी मसिदा अखोई ततना थानाबा अमदी साउनदना अखोई मसिदा तोंगानबा पामदबा थौदो अमता मसि थोखनदनबा हाबसे मणिपुरदा लेरिबा मणिपुर की खुंगंग पांगनताबा इचिनाव सिंह आलिम उलिमा अमदी जामेत की ओरो अंजुमान की ओरो मफम मफम दा लेरिबा मणिपुर की खुंगंग खुंगी मुसलमान मैतै पांगल सिंहना पुंगनिंग फाथबिउ लोइनन मसि तोंगान तोंगासे थाजदबा इंडिविजुअल मेटर दा मसा मसा की करी करीनो हाबदो मतिक चाबा मरा लेबा मिसिंगदो आइन की ओइबा चाप चाना मदो सरकार न पीनबैदमता जेसी सेम बहुग्रे मयाम पुंगनिंग फाथबिउ मैतै की सातकीसु अगोई पांग की साथी की जो कम्युनल होइबा हेटेड होइबा स्पीच अमदी कमेंट से पीबीदनबा लोइन लोइन असिगुबा फेसबुक तोंगा तोंगाना संदोगा लान भाबता दबगी सेरान तुरान थबक असे अमता अखोई पाइखत मिनबा मसि शांति अमदी को एग्जिस्टेंस पीसफुल अम ओइना अखोई हिमिनसी
Secretary of United NGOs Mission Manipur, Eld Bishak, demands legal punishment for the culprits of Lilong incident. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Eld Bishak said United NGOs Mission Manipur stands with the bereft families of the victims. He urged the government to help the families of injured persons and also appealed to stop spreading rumors which could fuel communal tension.
Civil society organization मैम सूंगी थोब मैम से पब्लिक मोब से तंबे नते रूमर क्या याद याब मखी पब्लिक मोब से थोकनबीद मीडिया की एटेंशन ड्रो तौजरगा थोदों थोकनबीद रूमर संदोकनबीदू एलार्ट प्रिपेयर तौमीन से मनपुर से तंगू लेता शांति लेता इमिकेबल सोल्यूशन पुरपी असुकी अवाना लेब थोदों थोप है थमोद नुाइतब फाउजे कदाई कहीं कोर्स थोकनबीद होना याबगे है थिगतपीरगा सुम थौदों वाथोकसिंग असे अमुक थोकतनबैदमक्ता कम्युनिटी सिंग मरक्ता कम्युनिटी की मरक्ता सुम क्राइम से थोकतनबैदमक्ता अखोई पुनमक होनामिनसे हाइदुना यूनाइटेड एनजीओ मिशन्स मणिपुर की माइकैदगी अइना मागी बहुत सिंजरगा अइना मीडिया की थोंदा पाउजल असे पिजबनी.
Environmental activist Muthu Manikanta donated blood today for those who had sustained injuries in Lilong incident and are undergoing treatment at Raj Medicity.
अखोई ngarang सोखिबा सिनाव जिंगी मरकते ब्लड वाले ना पाउ अखोई मैथि बांगांगी सिनाव ड्राउन दोय ग्रुप्स दा लाइन थाबिरकबा अदो ग्रुप्स दा यारपसिदा असोपदो आई सामक्सु इगी मसुदी अमतनी अखोई इमा मतै मसानी जाति तोंगान तोंगान लेरगा तारगजु हादि आइना पिगिदब इजु मियोइबा अमगी कनोदा मैथि बांगाई सिनाव जिंगदा संगा उनसी अखोई खरदा ओइजु कानाबा ngमगति हाइदरा आई ngसी blood donation अदुमाय तौबो लाकपने.
The Meitei Alliance condemned the Lilong firing incidents which claimed 4 lives and injured at least 14 people. Press note from the Meitei Alliance appealed to refrain from the building communal tension and to join hands for peaceful coexistence in Manipur by maintaining law and order. Meitei Tribe Union also condemned the Lilong firing incidents. Press note from the union says the incident was not communal and appealed to all to stop creating further violence amid the ongoing crisis facing the state. Press note from Salai Kanbalub appealed to government to take legal action against the perpetrators of the Lilong incident. Lamlianba Irawat Memorial Integrated Trust Limit Manipur also condemned the Lilong firing incident. As security measures immediately after the firing incident at Lilong Qingjao in Thoubal district, state government claimed total curfew in Imphal East, Imphal West, Vishnupur and Thoubal district to prevent further escalation of violence. The curfew was relaxed for emergency services like health, PHED and media persons. Streets in Imphal city today were deserted look and all the shops and major commercial hubs like Kwairamban, Pauna and Thangal Kaikheld remains shut except for pharmacies. Security forces are being deployed in sensitive areas to prevent any untoward incidents. Streets in Vishnupur district also wore deserted looks owing to total curfew imposed in wake of Lilong incident. Major markets of the district like Nambol, Oinam, Vishnupur, Ningthaukong, Moirang and Kumbi markets remained shut down. Inter-district passenger service vehicles remains off the roads. There is no report of any unwanted incidents till the time of filing this report. As for tomorrow, curfew has been relaxed from 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. in all areas of Imphal West District, Imphal East and Thoubal District, while curfew is relaxed from 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. in Vishnupur District. However, any gathering or large-scale movement of people, sit-ins or rally is not allowed. Armed miscreants carried out ambush on combined security forces who were patrolling at various places in Indo-Myanmar border town Moreh this morning. At least 8 security personnel sustained injuries in the fresh violence which took place at around 6:30 a.m. Impact News sources said armed miscreants carried out ambush using RPG and local-made bombs on a combined team of security forces of Moreh Police Commando, BSF, Assam Rifle and Gurkha Regiment personnel who were patrolling at Kanang Veng, Chavangphai and as Mozold in Moreh town. In the ensuing gunfight which lasted till around 12:30 p.m., 5 personnel of Manipur Police Special Commando and 3 BSF Jawans sustained injuries. They were airlifted to Imphal on a chopper for treatment at RIMS Hospital. Reliable sources said casualties among the miscreants are likely. In the aftermath of the incident, Manipur Police Commandos have been reinforced in sensitive places of Moreh. Meanwhile, video footage of gun and bomb attacks in action being carried out by people speaking in Kuki dialect is going viral on social media today, just around the time the ambush was reported. It may be mentioned that on December 30 and 31st, suspected armed Kukis attacked Special Commando personnel deployed in Moreh, leaving at least 5 commando personnel injured. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Nongthoam Bireen paid a visit to the injured personnel at RIMS Hospital. Speaking on the sideline, the Chief Minister said involvement of Myanmar-based militants in today's Moreh attack is likely and that the state government is in touch with the centre. He said intense search operation is underway in Moreh by combined state and central forces to arrest the miscreants. Recalling the recent attack on security forces in the border town, Nongthoam Bireen said reinforcement team of state force is being dispatched. He maintained that the Union Home Minister has been apprised about the attack, including this morning's incident, and necessary security measures are being taken. He also disclosed that as per a reliable source, security forces have shot dead 2 Kuki terrorists and injured 4 others. The Chief Minister said the state government will not remain a mere spectator in the wake of such incident but take swift measures. The injured commando personnel are Maibam Thoiba from Yairipok Top, Chabungbam Hirojit from Kodompokpi Mayai Laikai, Kamai Gaihumlung from Ragailong and Mangsa Tabam Prem Kumar from Luang Sangbam. The 5th commando, identified as Maibam Dayanhi from the Nambold Maibam, sustained minor injury. Out of the 3 injured BSF Jawans, 1 was brought to Imphal and he is identified as Head Constable of 192 BSF Battalion Ravindra Singh from Rajasthan. The other 2 BSF Jawans sustained minor injuries.
Even bulletproof vehicles penetrate orga sangaga panba aduna moi hujiki Kuki terrorists sing senari basi yamna sophisticated weapons sing ne hai basi koi proof tore where government where with central forces and SS forces we are countering them, and now search operation and a combing operation is widely going on. Reinforcement has been sent. We are having some doubt of involvement of foreign mercenary from the Myanmar side, and it is our commitment to the people of the state and the people of the India. We will not succumb to this kind of threat and pressures. We will take necessary possible measures to counter such terrorist activities.
Chief Minister Nongthoam Bireen says in the event that a FASFA is reimposed by centre in view of the repeated disturbances created by various elements, those creating these disturbances should be held responsible. The Chief Minister also expressed concern over unwanted incidents happening in the state which could create disharmony amid government trying its best to reinforce state forces and provide them better weapons to face the forces trying to disintegrate the state. Chief Minister Nongthaman Birend expressed the same on the sideline of paying a visit to the victims of Lilong firing incidents who are undergoing treatment at Raj Medicity today. The Chief Minister termed it unfortunate that amid the ongoing crisis in the state due to involvement of external forces, miscreants are creating tension among communities. He appeals to the public not to take law into their own hands but to approach the police or relevant authorities in the event of any complaints against anyone. Birend stressed the need for unity and peaceful coexistence. Work Minister Govindas Konthaujam, RD and PR Minister Y. Kim Chand, Social Welfare Minister Haikam Dingo, Patsoy MLA Sapam Kunjikishore and Lamlai MLA KH Ibomcha accompanied the Chief Minister among others.
Yeknabadudga Thangnabagi Mahuta, Equimachin Sida Thangadana, so Togana Masida, heroes had a film kapaki type of Torkanda, Manipur Kaloyako, Manipur Kanjerdi, Yachi Akanda, Manung, the Waris, Harakanda, planning Yaunakanda, Madugi strategy, Yalakanda, Madugi, a quick group Semakanda, Tim Semakanda, Mother Thangarakanda, Manipur, Kangadavneva, Laura Salgalan, Kamnabayaroi, Karino society is at the Urishipsi. I highly upset way, Equi Praja, Karache. Kitang hai bada bata na rase sidagi karigumai khoi government gi tawum thokpa tawbudu da yes noi suklai pai bani na tawge tawra khu suklai pai na tawge tawra yes mangje ba kana mangje gani ai khoi mangje gani aduna sidi heman gre ain je kun pai bi gano kariguma na koi na chingna ba tawning ba leiraga su police hai bi o natraga authority sing hai bi o koi action loge hai na kara ga nai jare lo ji kun pai ra tawra si manung pari gano sidi khoi tolerate to wa gani sumaina sumler kan center di genga ga leiroi Pam the Hariba Armed Forces Special Power in Thamapakanda, you will have the responsibility.
Internally displaced people from Moreh who are currently taking shelter at Wangjing Lamding Higher Secondary School relief camps took out a protest rally today against the attack on security forces in Moreh town by armed miscreants. Protesters held placards demanding deployment of adequate state force personnel in Moreh and condemning the frequent attacks on security forces in the border town. They also demanded revocation of suspension of Operation PAG with Kuki militants and also to facilitate their return to their homes in Moreh. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on men allegedly beaten to death by people claiming to be Arambai Tengold members in Kakching district. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kari.
Washing machine am paying the
Yani apam badum yung biyo.
No for delay bro.
Koi choice di offer tung wai siya la zani. Makal kuding gi loi phangani da. Koi me jo hapna pijari bo for shi koi 45% phawbo dum offer lei gi. Sigi side by side ki free sim lo bo matam jana. Koi sigi double blow je. Si sim mo free da happy.
Imphal Heart Institute na experience lairaba full-time cardiac doctor staff sing anowa facility kayaga loinana open heart surgery angioplasty chamnga hena maipak na laying jakre khangaudana thabak naba gyan mangba kok ngauba oninglabadi thinthadana chanaba laying hobiyu. Choose Imphal Heart Institute for total heart care.
Langshin Biro, Pena Departmental Store, Sagolban, Mabudo Mantri Laikai, Salam, Awang Laikai, Shanghai Tel Road, Miam Gidamak Pangbigani, Tongan ba items sing, grocery, cosmetics, cookeries, household appliances, furniture sing, Apaba Makalki product sing, washing machine, freeze, mattress namade, Laitengi Oiba Makal Kagi items sing, Ataba Mamalda, heavy discount pijari, loan gi Kudong Javasu pijari.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin. And moving on with our bulletin, a man succumbed to injuries after he was picked up and thrashed by people claiming to be members of 26th Arambai Tengol Kakching unit for interrogation in connection with a Blake Malling case involving a young girl. Deceased person is identified as 35-year-old Haubam Naucha alias Khoinau, son of late Haubam Mani Mukta from Tejpur Mayai Lekai in Kakching district. The victim, along with 8 others, were picked up for questioning, and Haubam Naucha was reportedly killed in the process. Kakching police arrested 12 suspects in connection with the incident. A public meeting was convened at Tejpur Mayai Lekai primary school ground today, where in joint action committee against the brutal murder of Haubam Naucha and other brutal torture of 8 innocent persons was constituted. Speaking to media, Joint Action Committee spokesperson Ratan Kumar said Arambai Tengol Kakching unit came looking for Haubam Naucha at his house on December 31st, but he was not at home that day. And on the next day, local Mera Paibi leaders along with representatives of 3 local clubs and family members of the deceased men handed 9 of them to Arambai Tengol Kakching office. Eventually, they were bitten black and blue by those who claimed to be a member of Arambai Tengol. Haubam Naucha succumbed to his injuries, while another person is still bedridden and others are also being hospitalized. Speaking to media, General Secretary of Tejpur Maira Paibi Kaisham Angang Tombi said the role of Arambai Tengol is to defend Manipur is laudable. However, it would be wrong for parents to send immature minors to be members of Arambai Tengol.
Manipur ki hojok oiriba sesore salsida ona tainaba maigaida khidra haidana aikoi ngarang dagi khangjaraga leijabani adubu hojik hobom noksa haribasi yum pale angang apikpa ani thambirami masanupi amaga masanupa amaga masi kamaina tawdana aikoi masi pose kano tawgani maduna masi karigumba aikoi Arambai Tengol ki maikai dagi masugumba pose khitang yangjal hanba pamjai amadi hariba asiriba hobom noksa haribasi aikoi ki JSC sina makoi ki haliba hojiki gang kupu aje masigi pose aikoi ta pharaga sinabiu aduga khoi gramelna matik saba sairak pibiu karigumba matik saba sairak pibi draba amadi akhoi gi khotama gi kanose sabsana gramena tawdragadi khoi asiba haksang se khoi logjaroi.
Meanwhile, members of Joint Action Committee formed against the brutal murder of Haubam Naucha and other brutal torture of 8 innocent persons, along with local throng Kakching police station demanding justice. SP Kakching, along with officers of the police station, held talks with the angry protesters and informed them that suspects have been arrested. The Joint Action Committee members said they approached Chief Minister Nongton Biren and demand justice for late Haubam Naucha and some arrangement for his bereft family. Haubam Naucha is survived by his wife and 2 children. Unidentified gunmen shot rounds of bullets at a hardware store owned by a Meitei at the Lamtai Kuno, a remote village in Jiribam district yesterday. There is no report of any casualty. However, parts of the shop was damaged. It may be mentioned that couple days ago, unidentified miscreants fired a bullet towards a sack of Meitei laborers in the village. A report containing details of houses destroyed in Sero and Sugnu was submitted to Commission of Inquiry, which is investigating Manipur violence today. Moirangthem Sarat, Moirangthem Premjit from the Sugnu and KH Mahindro from Sero submitted the detailed report on the houses burned down by suspected Kuki militants to the Commission of Inquiry called, which is open at Hotel Imphal. The commission is headed by former Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, Ajay Lamba. Speaking in this regard, a Sero resident, Haubam Ibungo, said armed Kukis started burning houses that belonged to Meitei people at Sugnu and Sero on May 28. He said armed Kukis also mercilessly killed 3 persons, including an 80-year-old Sorokhaibam Ibetombi, a wife of a freedom fighter. He added that on May 29, some rifles evacuated over 2,000 civilians from the area, which were taking shelter at the residence of Sugnu MLA. And on June 3, armed Kuki miscreants burned down most of the houses in Sero and Sugnu. Haubam Ibungo said the reports submitted to the commission contained the details of atrocities committed by Kuki militants in Sero and Sugnu and also sought justice for the affected people.
Kakchingdagi asanaphan gari taraga mga turuk umay lae serod leijeriber private gari hay tare tata gumba truck adai dipper gumba da tawraga ikoi punna serodagi date 29 sida tholaga relief camp je mafam MLN jukra sinbirame megi 20 asida seroda kuki militant singa numai kapaga sorok khaibam ibe tombi white bob let esturachan freedom fighter ne magi nu pisima numisida leigidre mai thabadu jawgi bai tare adu mathanga athokpa muhindro let ibo tombi sero makha lekai di ikoi nu kona phangka ma se makut pulam among masaga tongan tarame saru in a mitro pang range pogden kova Nepali amaga nomaina kapal labutagi amaga kunkatle mitroga mi ohumzima misida sire adu matunga ikogi date 20 asida muksun nomai kape moina mi mari midu nomai bulen incident weba 3 gi jun jida amuk second round mumai thare mai thabade ayamba akoi maitei gi jumse ayamba loi tumme MLA gi jum bhojawna thabi gre kuji akoina la isidi commission of inquiry da ikogi jumai sakhi besingse sugnu sung serogi ski epidemic se summit to bulaksabani.
A JSC was constituted today in connection with the killing of a village volunteer Chingkhamd Lamyanba at Tumukong in Andro constituency, Imphal East district. Speaking to media at Moirang Parel Ivudo Kamlangba Community Hall, JSC co-convener KSH Arun said they will not claim the body of Chingkhamd Lamyanba until and unless an agreement is reached with the government. He said that a resolution was also taken in a meeting to push back armed Kuki miscreants who are constantly attacking their village. It may be mentioned that Lamyanba, who suffered critical injuries in the attack by armed Kuki miscreants on 30th of December, succumbed to his injury at Raj Medicity the next day. Villagers of Sagolmang, Patlo, Kewa Company and Wakong in the Kundrakpam constituency, Imphal East district warns of boycotting Village Volunteer Service VVS Kundrakpam Assembly constituency if it fails to clarify within 5 days why it has announced to boycott Kundrakpam MLA TS Lokeshwar. A public meeting was held in this regard at Sagolmang Community Hall today. Speaking on the sideline, Sagolmang Mairapaibi Lupt Assistant Secretary Sorok Khaibam the Vishorani said announcing to boycott the local MLA who has been giving refugee to displaced people of Manipur violence and extending all possible help to village volunteers is not reasonable. She said attempts to malign the MLA's image just to take political mileage is unfortunate and demanded clarification from VVS Kundrakpam Assembly constituency convener Nongthombam Bobby at the earliest.
BBS Hariba Sangstal Asina, Aikogi, Kundrakpam Kendrigi, Honorable MLA, CDTS Lokes Horbu, boycott Togani Hagi, Wapam Adu, Karamba ground, the Hibibano, Yam Nakarisula Mong, the Hariba BBS Hariba Sangstal Asina, boycott only Hibadu, Akoi Kunjamari, Sagolmang, Hewa Company, Yumnam Palo, Wakong Hariba Kunjamari, Nako Sunga Yabangam Jaroy, Numit Mangani Power in Manunda, Hariba BBS convener, Nongthombam Bobby Hibasina. Sengtok pirau mit mangani ki phawbagi manungda karigumba sengtok piraktaba taragadi hariba sangsala se hariba koi khunja mari sida boycott tawjaragani haiba wafamdu thamjari.
Left and Secular Party members observed the 44th death anniversary of Biplabe Commander Biplabe Comrade Tokchom Rabi at Santipur Lokchau, Sanjanbam in Imphal East today. Late Tokchom Ravi served as CPI Manipur Secretary of many years and even served as an MLA. Rajyasri Bhagya Chandra Cultural Federation performed Bhagavat Path and Sankirtan praying for eternal rest of Manipur violence victims on New Year's Day. Attendees paid floral tributes and observed 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to all the departed souls. The prayer ceremony was performed at the foundation office located at Sega Road, Thodaba Buklikai. 2024 New Year's calendar of Rajyasri Bhagya Chandra Cultural Foundation was also released on the occasion. Speaking on the sideline, Rajyasri Bhagya Chandra Cultural Foundation spokesperson Takilambam Irawat assured that the foundation will continue carrying out humanitarian services.
Manipur da tangdu leita draba adugi mate awaba kaya nangiba amadi yung kaya mai thado pigraba lanjena dwa leiriba kaya singa raja sibahaiga culture foundation na mafam khuding da chatuna aikoina angamba seba tawjaki loinana ngasi asi January gi tari ama sahi hoban numit asida leigidraba leiba asigi athauba mayam sing asigi moigi thawaina isorgi mafamda chawno changjakiba yanaba adugi ta ingna china leirunaba gi damakta raja sibahaiga culture Foundation Sirmat Bhagavad Patha Amadi Sangri Tonga Loinana Makoigi Nachi Haiba Numit Achidagi Santi Oina Tangdu Leitana Amuana Manipur Achida Asiguma Todo Tokta Nabagida Magda Raja Chibaga Culture Foundation Lagidrama Mayam Mafamda Manipugi Sagna Jaguru Kayaga Loinana Sadanjali Kachabagi Tauramachi Pangtok Chabani.
Now, the sports news. Pondicherry will host Senior Women's One-Day Cricket Trophy under the aegis of BCCI on January 4. Manipur team of 15 players led by Captain Thokchomd Loidang Tond and Vice Captain Ningthaujam Monica is all set to compete for the trophy. The team manager is T.H. Sova Chandra, head coach is Santanu Ghosh, assistant coach is Y. Ganga, trainer is Christ Salamd and physiotherapist is Sevia Chabungbam. Northeast United Football Club has backed the winners title of Under 11 Youth and Kids League 2023-24 recently hosted by Assam at Guwahati's Judges Field. In the final match, Northeast United Football Club defeated Guwahati Town 2-0 in penalty shootout. Ngombam, the body of Northeast United Football Club, backed the Best Goalkeeper Award. National Capital Territory of Delhi will host the 67th National School Games Tournament under the aegis of School of Games Federation of India from January 3 to 9. The tournament will see events such as under 14, 17, 19 boys and girls swimming and diving, under 14 boys and girls badminton, under 14 and 17 boys and girls netball, and under 17 girls boxing. Manipur Yas Department Deputy Director Y. Kiranmala has been selected as observer for the tournament. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. 4 persons killed and at least 14 others injured after unidentified armed miscreants opened fire at Long Qingjao in Khobal district on New Year's Day. Proscribed Revolutionary People's Front RPF clarifies firing at Lilong Qingjao retaliatory as RPF cadres were attacked. The RPF expressed heartfelt condolences to victims of Lilong Qingjao incident. 5 personnel of Manipur Police Special Commando Unit and 3 BSF Jawans injured in fresh gunfight with armed miscreants at Indo-Myanmar border town More. Security ripped down. Chief Minister Nongthoma Birain says involvement of Myanmar-based militants in More attack likely. State government in touch with Centre for necessary investigation. Intense search operation underway. Chief Minister Nongthoma Birain says if Centre reimpose a FASFA in view of repeated disturbance created by various elements, lawbreakers should be held responsible. And man allegedly bitten to death by miscreants claiming to be members of Arambai Tengol in Kaching district. 12 suspected arrested. thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
On your first death anniversary, while the grief is still fresh in our hearts, not a day has passed since that we have